Camels gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind.
Always, man, I have been using that same intro for I don't know how long, and I keep forgetting when it ends. Hi, hey everybody. What am I supposed to say? I took a week off, and oh yeah, hey, this is Shaman Sundays. I'm your host, Brandon Cooper, the Killer Gnome. Um, let's see what kind of degenerates are watching. Well, there's one, Kim Brady, Hot Pumpkin. Not a degenerate is Carol Garcia. Thank you for tuning in. Another degenerate, James Brady. It's not my fault I'm late. I was watching KD play stupid video games on our other channel. So, guys, thank you for tuning in after I took a week off for, oh Lord, everything's going off, for Easter to hang out with the fam. Let's start this show off right with some sage to get rid of all that negativity that we're bringing with us from last week and go into this coming week with some good energy. Boy, that's burning pretty good. So I know I put in show notes that it was going to be a viewer appreciation, and it will be, but a viewer appreciation to appreciate viewers like you, it takes more than one shaman. It's going to take two shamans to appreciate all the viewers. And I just so happen to be like a brother to this other shaman. You may know her from Hulu's Repossessed. If you haven't seen that show, you better watch it. But we're going to go on and bring on Leitra Brown.
Hey! What's up?
Surprise, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
So I've been meaning to get you on my show, but we hang out so much and we're around each other so much, I forget that I haven't had you on my show.
It's okay.
So we're gonna rectify that. Just in case people live under a rock and don't know who you are, can you give us just a little brief synopsis of who and what you do?
I'm a psychic medium, and I've been featured on the TV show Repossessed that's on Hulu, Apple TV, and Disney Plus. And we have 8 episodes on the show, and it's crazy, wall-to-wall haunted objects and how to deal with them. And so, I was talking to my husband, Matthew, about the show today. And I gave a synopsis to him, the love of my life, because, he's been waiting, how did this show affect you? How did it change your life? What did you feel?
Right.
And I finally got my words together, and the eclipse coming is what actually brought it into my head, because I'm reacting to the eclipse a little differently than I thought I would. And there's been a lot of, controversy about it.
Right.
And concerns. Well, spiritually, there's been things that's been said about it as well. So spiritually, I wasn't afraid of it at all. I'm just like, it was something cool's going to happen. Well, let me get my camera.
Right.
If it affects me, I'm ready. I've been doing all kinds of spiritual stuff for a long time, and I can't wait to see what's next. Well, when it comes to the military and the politics side of things, that's when I start getting opinionated.
Mm-hmm.
So, I hope everybody's paying attention. I hope everybody's paying attention to what people that have ill will towards people. You know,
Right.
what they may be able to do and why they would be willing to do it and how it'd be advantageous to people that may not like us so much. Hey, Kim Brady, what they could do and how they could behave. Hey, Crystal Sweet Pea, how are you?
I don't.
Thump, thump, thump.
Yeah, got to do that for the Ghost Hunting Housewife. Sorry.
Absolutely. Carol
Okay.
Garcia, hey, Sweet Pea, how are you, my little sunshine? I see a lot of our friends in here tonight. Pass
Yes.
the word. Pass the
Yes.
word. We're on.
Get
Yeah.
it out there.
Who knows? Maybe I'll start doing a
Haunting
few.
Angels watching. Well, thank you for watching.
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, pass the
Sweet.
word. We're out. I'm going to do free readings tonight. Let's
Yeah, we are.
get the view counts up. Get more
Yes.
people to join, and if when Brandon tells us how many people are watching, and it's the right number,
That's
I'm going to
right.
start doing readings. Okay, and we don't know
We
what's going to happen Monday, so
no, we don't. And I was only going to do an hour show. However, if it goes longer, this is viewer appreciation. And
yes,
not only, I'll tell you what else we're going to do after we talk for a little bit. I am going to put the guest link in the description if you would like to come on the show.
yes,
Um,
yes.
we are going to do that as we've just gained three more viewers. Thank you for sharing this out, y'all.
Yeah, please. I want to get some good news out. Oh, I would love to give you a reading, Haunted Angels.
I'll put a star by that. Oh, we got the
Hey,
Blaine
Blaine
Meister.
Rohan, come on in.
And then who we got?
Get
We
him
got
in and let me get my cards and we'll have some fun.
yeah. Hey, do we need three shamans? I think we need three
I think
shamans
we
for this.
do.
Blaine, if you want to come in, I'll send you the guest link, brother. Just let me know in the chats.
You know what they say? 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, lock the door.
Shut the damn door.
Shut the door.
Shut it.
Hello,
Hello,
Tracy
Tracy. Hello,
Dicko.
Anne Marie. Anyway,
Oh,
sorry.
good.
So, what we were talking about, what the show, how it's changed your life, and then we were talking
Yeah,
about the eclipse.
right. What I really appreciated most about, well, there's two sides to this story, but being in Canada and doing spiritual research, um, something miraculous happened for me. I realized that I was in a place where it didn't matter it didn't matter if you were lesbian, gay, queer, trans, whatever, any of those. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what your ethnicity was. It didn't matter what your religion is.
Right.
Everybody there had a major place, and everybody, it was a good bit of acceptance going on there. And then as people started presenting themselves, you know, their projects to me, their haunted objects to me, I met some of the most caring people in the world. They didn't want to get rid of anything. They were afraid that they would be passing some negative juju to somebody.
Right.
So, I mean, they were really concerned, what do I do with this thing? So, yeah, I found that to be very invigorating, a very fertile soil for me to grow. That was amazing. And
That's
then
awesome.
being inundated by all these haunted objects, because I would be in a room for hours with people bringing in object after object after. What you see on the show is nothing compared to what we actually saw. And some of them, oh, that's a grandpa. Oh, that's a remnant of a memory. Oh, that's somebody really pissed off. There was one guy that was really upset, and he brought in a razor, a straight razor that he had purchased, and I touched it, and I said, "Who's Patrick?" And he said, "Patrick's the person I bought the razor from." And I was like, "Okay, why is he mad?" He's really, really angry. He's like, he's mad because I've got this razor. And come to find out, Patrick had actually killed himself with that thing. It's a straight
Oh,
razor. And I
right.
thought, oh, Lord. So, we had to do some work on that. But objects can be infested just like people, just like places. And energies can be accrued I guess you'd say. I've been doing some research. There's a paper out right now that came through the Rhine Center, and it's called infested objects. And Carol, I would love to give you one. That'd be
I,
great. Just
yeah, if you guys want a reading, please say it in the chats, and I'm gonna have the ability to mark your comments so I won't forget them, and I keep you guys in order.
just keep sharing. Just keep sharing. We got
Yep.
to get the
Hey,
you know.
we were at 9 when you came on, 9 viewers. Now we're at 17.
Keep
So
going.
let's
Keep
keep going.
going.
Let's hit 20.
Okay, that's
Let's hit
doable.
20.
I know it's 9:15 on a Sunday night, but you got to know what's coming up. So I'll get my cards. I'll run over and get my cards, and we'll see. Can you hear me? Okay.
Gotcha. You
I
sound
sat
great.
on my volume, so I didn't know if I'd done
Oh
anything
no,
right or
yeah,
not.
you sound great.
But there's a famous line. Hey, Joanne, there's a famous line in The Ghost Whisperer. With that beautiful Jennifer Love Hewitt, and she says places aren't haunted, but people are. Now, there's people out there that would disagree with that. It's just a quote, but people could be haunted, places, and then objects.
Right.
Okay, Kim, I'll be glad to give you a reading. Let's just get the people we need, and I'll be happy to do that for you. Um,
We're at 14 viewers right now. Share it out.
yeah, let's get
Let's
them
see if
on
we
out
can't
there.
get to 20. And then we'll do some readings. Speaking talking about the eclipse.
I'm gonna run get my cards. You keep talking.
Yeah. I was so a lot of people are wanting to run out in the street and they're gonna want to be in the middle of all this. But remember how the natives deal with signs from the sky? They stay inside, and meditation and gratefulness happens. When people are inside, grateful for what the holy ones have given and stuff like that. So I will be inside meditating during the. I think we get a 90% totality here in South Carolina. So that's what I'll be doing. But if you're out and about, let's be adults. Don't stare at the friggin' sun and the corona because get the glasses, do it right. Be careful with your eyesight because it's very important. So if you're not going to stay inside during the eclipse and meditate like I am, go get those glasses. They got them at Lowe's, Home Depot. Don't screw up your
Don't
vision
mess up
because
your vision. Nope, nope, nope.
nope.
It's going to be
Oh,
a cool
Linda
thing
Judd,
to
hello.
look at. Hey, Linda Judd. So, I'll be reading tonight from my angels and ancestors oracle cards. I don't really use. Okay, in North Carolina. Really, you're in North
I have heard
Carolina?
I've heard haunting angels. I think the first time I heard it, I think Crystal Hill from the Ghost Hunting Housewives told me about you guys.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to track, okay, thank you for watching. Send us a message. We have actually some events coming up. So maybe
Yeah,
we
we
can
have
get
several
together.
events coming up. Brandon's got one that I'm helping with, and I've got three. Um, I've got one in Aiken, South Carolina. I'm very excited. Very excited. In Aiken. It's called the Ghosts of Aiken, and
Mhm.
then we're going to the Naked Cabin, Brandon Cooper. We're
The
going to be going.
naked
Yeah,
cabin.
it's in 6 Mile. Oh, thank you,
Yes.
Linda. You're so sweet.
Yes, they're
Right,
nice.
yeah, that's so cool. Thanks, Carol. So,
Sweet.
oh yeah, that's good. I'm glad that we're all investigating
I'm gonna
together.
go ahead and pull up Facebook while we talk, and I'm gonna go
Please,
ahead and
please.
add haunting
Um,
angels.
I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I
So
need to
that
do
way
the
we can keep in
same.
touch.
I
So
do
did
my
we?
show on Mondays, and I'd love to
Yes.
have you on.
Um. So it's going to be a period of growth. We're talking about the
Eclipse.
eclipse.
Yeah.
And while you were gone, I told people that what the natives do is stay inside and pray and have gratitude during these eclipses, which is what I'll be doing. And why is my green? Look, I have a ghost. Look at my green screen. It keeps pulling away. Imagine that. But anyway, Hulu Repossessed. It should
Hulu.
be coming out in Canada soon.
Yes, September. That's the date so far. I don't know if it's
So
going to change or not, but yeah, I'm excited to see it come out in Canada, and then we should know whether or not we get a season two, which I don't know how soon all of that goes into motion. I'm just going to do my thing. Oh, she released a video from the cabin.
well, we're talking about the naked cabin, and you know what?
That's a
There's
nickname.
there's a story behind it, and I'll do the first part of the setup, and then I'll let Lee
Yeah.
finish it. So they were Lee and Matt, happily married couple. They were doing
25 years married.
yes. They were doing their a wedding anniversary and they wanted to use somewhere nice to go. I'm like, I got you. Don't
It
ever
was
trust a
fun.
gnome. I mean, we're little woodland
Yeah.
creatures, but don't ever trust a gnome. Because I'm gonna put you in a beautiful spot. Anyway, so this brand new cabin on Lake Huey, beautiful lake. It was great. I took them out there, got their keys for them, and pretty much said, "You guys enjoy your night." I didn't tell them anything else. And what happens? Well, let Lee take over the naked cabin part.
Well, we came to the cabin, we set up, we went to dinner, we came back, and I have to admit, during the daytime, it has a totally different feeling than at night.
Yeah.
As I went in and I was like, wow, this is a little spooky. And I was thinking, it's not spooky to me, but I was definitely picking up on something. We went in, locked the screen door behind us, and then we went into the cabin and then locked that door as well. We go to the back, which is the far left side of the cabin, to the main bedroom area. And,
Mm-hmm.
it's our anniversary. Well, all of a sudden, we hear the door open and then we hear the cabin door open. So, two doors that are locked open, and we hear, and
It
I
wasn't me, by the way.
running in the nude to the living room, and then Matt's right behind me with his gun, and he drew down, and the person should have been right in front of me because I could still hear the steps as I was running into the living room, and I could feel the person like right there at me, and I'm like, man, I can't see him. I can't see him spiritually either. I said, I can't, and then I felt it like that. And then the door kind of creaked open a little bit and it just kind of swung. And I'm like, did that just happen?
Yes, it did.
And Matt said, "Yeah, I won't go outside." So first he locked the bedroom door, and he locked all the other doors and everything. And I'm sitting there thinking, "Now, I probably should put on some clothes." You know, and Matt's like, "Oh, it's no big deal. Just lay down. We do this all the time." Well, we're laying down, and then we hear footsteps on the ceiling, not the ceiling, but the roof of the
Uh-huh.
cabin. Walking, 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 and I'd say, "Stop it!" And then it would stop. And then it would start back up again, back to the steps. And it was right over the top of us. And Matt said, that's it. So he went outside with his flashlight. Of course, he's got his clothes on. He's got his flashlight and he's got his gun. And he's going around the cabin trying to figure out what's going on. And I'm sitting here thinking, this is crazy. What is going on? And so finally, I said, I just had to do a thing, a spiritual thing. Like, all right, you back up, just chill out. Yeah, that's right. Clothes
Yeah.
on. That's an idea.
Well,
I
we
better without him, but, I
we're
figured,
southern. Like if we hear something, I don't care if we got clothes on or not. We're running.
thank you. I'm running.
Yeah,
I hate
it's
clothes.
happening. It's
Yep.
happening. Yeah.
But, it would be their fault because they came in, right? They got
Right.
the full thing. So we decided to leave. And when we walked out, I looked across and I said, Matt, do you see what I'm seeing? And we realized where we were. And then I could clearly see um, it was a creek burial ground right there on this big mound, a big hill. And I said, this is unmarked. No wonder they're pissed off. And so we've got to go back. I want to see who was that wise guy on the roof. He was quite something. He felt animal and human. So I'm sure he was shaman. He was animal spirit,
Yes.
human hybrid. And I do feel like he was Bird Clan, although that's Cherokee, and I'm talking about the Creek burial ground. But the Creeks and the Cherokee also they fought, but they also took each other's tribal members in. If
Yep.
somebody was left behind and they were sick and the Creek ran up on them, they would say, "Come on, we'll take care of you," and then the others would do the same. So it was a love-hate relationship. And being that I'm part Cherokee and Iroquois, I wondered if the Creeks were like, "What you doing over here?" You know?
Well, and another thing that was out there was if you just sort of turn, like if you're looking out at the lake from that cabin and you look to the left, that is where one of the Cherokee major cities used to be. And I didn't tell them that either. So you've got Cherokee, you've got Creek, and then to the right of their cabin, out in the woods, was a British fort where uh, the massacre of 26 natives took place.
26 natives took place, and a lot of people call that Cemetery Island out there because the whole area. Is it a very verified burial ground? Well, that's exactly what, well, the history says yes, because the 26 um, elders and
Yep,
chiefs that were murdered historically, we know that to be the fact because there was an officer that was killed by the Indians, and these Americans said, "No, no, no, no."
yep.
British, excuse me,
British.
British. "You hit one officer, we kill 40 of you." And
Yes.
so that's how that went. Yes, they were all murdered. They were fed dinner and they were told this is what's going to happen. And then they took them all and hung them. And so, yes, that's what happened. And they're all buried on the island out there that did not sink when the everything was flooded to make the lake.
And
So
it's
yes, it is true. It is true. But the burial ground has not been, there's no historic marker or anything. But that doesn't matter because most Native American burial grounds are not marked.
now it's marked that there is a burial mound, but it's not marked anywhere close to where the mound is. And that's to keep people, because this is an actual campground now, and that's to keep people off the scent. But
Hmm.
this
And
is
there's
the
a
camp.
reason.
Yeah, and this is the campground that I did my 9 day investigation. I got called in by some people and did a 9 day investigation out there.
I
Um,
wish I could have come. You
yeah,
see your thing going back, your curtain? Is that
yeah,
your doggies?
no, no. It's actually now it's my fan on
Oh, okay.
my desk, but it was moving prior to me turning the fan on, so it's a little weird.
The
Well,
but,
you know what room I'm in? I'm in the room where,
oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so we have a bunch of that's an event that's going to go down. But yeah,
That's
I mean the history's
May
marked.
22nd.
Yes, um, public event, right?
Yes, it is. So if you would like to get tickets, get in touch with Brandon or myself. It's May the 22nd. And it's going to be epic. We're going to cook out and have fun and talk and share. And then after that, when the sun goes down, we're going to investigate. And we are staying the night in the cabins. So be prepared to either stay there or go to a hotel when it's time for you to go to sleep because, ghosties, we'll get in a two-bedroom place and we'll have 20 people in there with air mattresses. So
Well,
just be
and
prepared.
some of those cabins. Now, the cabin you stayed in was more for couples. Cabins 1 and 2 at the opposite end, you can sleep one, two, three, four, 6 people.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Means 25 ghosties. No, I'm kidding.
yeah. So 6 people equals like 30
Yeah.
ghost
Yeah.
hunters. Oh,
So,
Blaine said he will. Yes, Blaine will be there.
yes, he will be there. I do want to show you guys this. Check this out. I know that I've got some Supernatural fans out there. Did you know that Supernatural was actually filmed in Canada?
I did not.
Yes, it was. And you've got Sam and Dean, and then this lady here.
Yep.
And her last name is Swan, Emily Swan, and she played um, the sister to God in the show. She's a little tiny thing. She was something else. She was strong. So who is ready for a reading?
Let's
Have we
see.
got enough people yet?
Yeah, we're good. We're holding it like 15, and that's perfect.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
have them in order here. Let me pull up the comments. And our first individual, okay, I see you, Joanne. I got you marked. Well, hey, Thomas.
Hey, what's up, Thomas?
Thomas said he's going to give me a big hug at Wilson Castle. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
hugs. I
Yeah,
like
he's a
hugs.
good guy, too. Thomas
Okay,
is great.
so
If you guys have not met Thomas Gormley, please go back on Family Spirit International and see some of his interviews. He's a fascinating dude.
yep, I can't wait to meet him. It looks like our first card reading is going to be Haunting Angels.
Okay,
They were the
Haunting
first to
Angels.
reach out.
All right. So we're going to do a reading. I'm going to do a 2-card pull. It's just a general reading. As long as I've had these cards, I finally got them to shuffle. Okay. Just a general reading here.
And again, this is for the Haunting Angels.
I had to shuffle it twice and then it popped right up at me. Okay. All right. So, Haunting Angels. The first card is this one. And she's beautiful. She's a wise one or an elder. And notice she's got the owl by her shoulder. That means that wisdom is actually on her shoulder, her ancestors, not just her knowledge. She has the ability to speak to her elders, and they also give her knowledge. And then she has the animal spirit that gives her knowledge. And see the moon just above the owl? It's
Mm-hmm.
almost it's got a little crest to it. It's not a full moon, um, which would mean that it would be signaling something. So this does not mean that you're being signaled that something is coming. But I want you to also see the beautiful crow and the crow there, and it basically symbolizes a message from the dead. And it
Mm-hmm.
does have a piece of food or nut or something in its beak. So that means that your a, a deceased loved one is actually giving you something. They're actually, I would say, praying for your prosperity. And the fact that you are also being told that you have wisdom, you're going to have more wisdom than what you know. Where did this come from? If I had to, hold on, this is actually a fragment memory of a past life that you're going to be bringing some of this knowledge through. So what it's saying is that you're going to grow in your current circumstance because you're going to adapt. You're going to have some spirit watching your back. You're going to have deceased loved ones that's going to be giving you love. Um, you've also got the braided hair with the feathers in it, and that is meaning that you are connected. You are connected to your elders, and so you've got all of this in your corner, and that means you're going to grow like fertile, like you're in fertile soil too. It's beautiful and it does make sense. Okay, so this means that
Mm-hmm.
you've got something wonderful coming. And then this one I think is the other one. Okay, that with these two together, and I've got chills all over me. I don't know if you can see it, but this is a shield. This is an eagle shield. Now notice that you've got the feathers here, and she's upside down. Of course she is.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
so this means that you're going to see things from a higher perspective. Okay. An eagle has the ability to get a literal bird's eye view, which means that you're going to have perspectives that you would normally not have. You would also have knowledge that you would not have. So everything is happening for you in your corner, and you are where you're supposed to be for growth. So, shield also means that you're going to be shielded from the negative. Okay. So you're going to be seeing things from a higher perspective through spirit eyes. and then you're also going to be shown things. Beautiful reading, absolutely
Yes.
beautiful. The cards are beautiful too. I'm trying to get where you can see them. If you have any other questions about the reading, please let me know because I do feel like there's more to this. I'm glad that you like the reading and that it resonates for you. I was worried that it wouldn't, but
And
absolutely correct. Good.
and another bit of wisdom about the eagle, which is really cool. So an eagle can either live to be 40 or 70. Now, when the eagle reaches 40 years, they have to go through a very, very painful transition if they want to live. It takes 150 days for the eagle to do this, but they go up on a mountain and peck on a rock until their beak falls off.
Holy
Because
crap.
at 40, their beak is brittle and their claws aren't sharp and they can't do anything. So they go up, rip their beak off, a brand new strong beak grows back. After the beak grows back, they use their beak and pull out all of their talons. And the talons grow back. And that after that 150 days of pain, they're able to live till 70 or 80, but they have to go through the hard transitions. So sometimes when you see an eagle, know that it's a hello, hey guys.
Yeah. I got some passerbyers.
Um, so sometimes the eagle means look at that sexy man. Yeah. Sometimes the eagle means transition too. So and it's always a good thing. It may be painful, but in the end, it's wonderful.
Wow, that's a whole lot.
Oh, what?
Talons and beak. That you know what? That's a humbling. You
Mm-hmm.
know, their beaks and their talons are their most prized possessions.
Yep.
And then they're going to lose them by their own accord in order to
Yep.
be stronger. I wonder how many people do that to themselves metaphorically. Well, hello, Kitty. Are you trying to? She loves to be loved in this spot, and she's so wild.
By the
She's
way,
like,
Haunting Angels, I sent you a link if you guys would like to jump in on the show. Everybody's welcome. This is viewer appreciation. The link should be in the chats. If you guys want to jump on and join us live on the air, come on, do
come on in.
it. Okay, our next
Next
reading
one.
is Carol Garcia.
All right, Miss Carol Garcia. We'll do a two-card reading for you. And I just really feel like I've got butterflies when I say your name. And to me, that means that something fantastic's about to take place.
End of Days Paranormal. Thank you for tuning in. What's happening?
Very cool. You guys will have to come over to my show on Monday nights at 7 to 9. Brandon's our producer, and we have a great time.
Yeah, we do.
Luna wants to do her little diva shout out. Hold on. All
Yes,
right.
KD is live too. He's playing some stupid video game. Look at Luna.
This is Luna, Loopy Luna. Mwah. There we go. I guess the eagle goes through its own midlife crisis, huh?
I mean, yeah, I'd much rather get a convertible, not rip my beak off. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
hey, Ghost Bait, thank you for tuning
Hey!
in. She is so cool. I met Cindy out. I also work with Paranormal Task Force out in the
Oh, I didn't
Midwest,
know. Okay.
and she came out to um an event, and I think it was Potosi, and then she came to Spirits of Deadwood to hang out with us.
If I could
So
just retire from my job, I would just be going everywhere with
she,
you, man. That would
she
be so
has yeah
amazing.
she's been on a couple investigations with her, and she wears a shirt that says Ghost Bait, so that's her
Ghost
nickname now.
bait.
Ghost Bait.
Ghost bait. I love it. Ghost bait. All right. So my sweet Carol, I have this is telling you, yeah, Luna's a hoot. She's sweet. She loves to kiss. And she was looking for you, Blaine. You know that the dog was looking over my shoulder like that because she was looking for Uncle Blaine.
Yep.
All right. So this is an earth spirit. And notice that it's neither male or female. And notice the beautiful long wings. Okay. Um, we're talking about a being that is part of your dreams. See the dream catcher? We have to remember that these are still indigenous, but they are meant to
Hmm.
be angels, okay? It's saying to be rooted and grounded because you're getting ready. As Blaine says, you're getting ready for a level up. You see the third eye here. It's being issued into you. Okay. So this means, and also the shaman type staff with a dream catcher, you need to write down your dreams for a while.
Yep.
It's very possible that you have something very important coming through symbolically. You're welcome to message me if something does come through. I can tell you what I think it may be. Brandon can do the same. Blaine can do that for you as well. But I just want you to know that congratulations, you're getting ready to upgrade. And
Right.
then the next one, and this is very important because in order for you to be able to level up like this, it means that you also need to deal with your intention. Your intention here is what's so important because with much power comes much responsibility. So you need to intend to do the right things and have the right amount of love and the right amount of respect and that type of thing. You need to make sure it's together. And then after that, you can create. All right. So this carol means that you can actually manifest. And I know that everybody can do that. It's supposed to be something everyone can do, but doing it is a lot harder than it sounds. But you've got what it takes. You've got the right cards. If I can get them turned over so you can see them. Can you see them okay?
Yep.
There we go. All right.
Well, there you go, Carol. Does that
Mhm.
make, if that makes any sense? Let us know. So
Yes,
many
you have
angels.
so many angels around you. That's correct.
And Thomas says, intention is everything. Yes,
Absolutely.
it is. And not only in the paranormal or the supernatural world, but in everyday life. Let's see.
Mama was
Who?
coughing in the background. I was making sure she was okay.
Mama. Oh, no, is
She
Mama
tried to
okay?
swallow a bite of banana down the windpipe,
Well,
apparently.
that's not where that
That's not
goes.
good. No.
Okay. The next person up for reading is Anne Marie Young. Oh, and
Hey, Crystal!
we have a special guest.
Hi,
Hey!
everyone.
Hey,
I didn't put any
sweetheart.
makeup on, so that's
That's
how much
okay.
I love y'all.
I didn't either.
Bless your heart, honey. You
Didn't even
look
do my hair.
gorgeous.
Look at you. Thank you for tuning
Hello.
in and coming on the live for the
Of
viewer appreciation.
course.
And of
We've
course,
got some haunted jail behind us, so we're
I like
good.
that. Is that Pauline or something?
The Poly Jail over in
That's
Yeah,
Union
Polly Jail.
Springs. Yeah.
I've never
Yeah, I've
been
been
there.
Yep.
there. It is
They're lovely.
crazy.
Yeah, I'll be
I'll have
back
to
there
tell you.
next Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yep. This will be our fourth one in a year, so love it.
Next,
I love it there.
what am I
There
doing?
is a real sex machine that's in there where they eat, where the
Oh, yes.
shower is.
Bacon.
Mm,
Yes. Mm-hmm. He
that's
loves
you.
us
That's you. No.
because
I'm
it's
a
all
sex
girls when we go
machine.
in there.
I'm a sex machine.
All right. So, Anne Marie, talking about sex and
I'm
sex
a sex machine.
machine, this card is about igniting your passion. And it doesn't necessarily mean, like brown chicken, brown cow. It could mean a couple of different things. What is your passion? What do you love? you know, uh, this is the fire guardian. And when you talk about a fire angel, what he does is he burns away things that's not necessary. Okay, had some very vivid dreams. I saw that. Yeah, that's great, Carol. That's exactly what we were just talking about. So, when you talk about the fire guardian showing up in your reading, that generally means that something that you really love is going to make itself known to you, and something that you love is not going. It's not going to satisfy you. You won't be able to do something else. This is it, and this is why. Okay, this is called a dream and journey. The drum. A drum is actually used in indigenous ceremonies because it's the heartbeat of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
It represents the mother in females, but also of the earth. So if you have a heartbeat in you, if your heart is metaphorically beating for something in particular that is your passion, then you should be able to put this together and have a dream journey, which means that something is going to be revealed to you. Something very important is going to be revealed, and you will know it when it happens. Oh my goodness. Okay. Somebody got locked out of the apartment there. Thank you for coming back to us. So, this is going to be a really good time. I can't wait to hear what comes about because we're talking about a dream, a
Mm-hmm.
journey,
Mm-hmm.
and passion. So, how can it go wrong, right? It's going to be fun.
How indeed. Oh, we'll take a break from the reading for a
Okay.
couple, and then let's focus on Crystal.
Yes, let's do that. My sweet Crystal, how are you?
No, it's
Everybody,
so
Crystal, God, everybody loves you, y'all to death.
all y'all. As I told Dave Schrader a couple weeks ago, he's like, all y'all. I was like, yeah, all y'all. Don't
That's
you?
All y'all.
all
Y'all.
y'all. You got to say
Yeah.
it long. All
All
y'all.
y'all. But yeah, we're doing good. We got Poly Jail coming up. We're sold out on all of our ghost hunts all the way through until June. So
Good.
we're going. We're rocking it. So we don't have anything planned for September. So I am going to just come visit this year and be a fun shopper in Ozark. So just
Very
take some
cool.
time and spend with all of you and all y'all.
All
All
y'all.
y'all.
All y'all.
Yeah, I'm doing that at Gettysburg Bash this year. Me and the wife and James and Kim Brady and Jim and Melissa Rupert, we all got a haunted, what's this? A haunted farmhouse on Airbnb on 82 acres on the Confederate side, like less than a mile from Little Round Top.
Oh, wow.
So, and none of us are going to be speakers or vendors. I
Just
think I'm helping Steve with the karaoke one night, so I'm dressing up like a gnome and doing karaoke.
that'll be fun and interesting.
Yeah, and dangerous. There will
That too.
be video,
I was
but
definitely going there.
yeah, but it's kind of fun just to chillax and
It is, and support,
buy stuff from people.
exactly, and support everyone else. I think that's the biggest thing is like, even last year when we were all together, we supported each other and, just had such an amazing time. And it just take time out and, enjoy everyone else and what they can give us and what we can get from them. It's just a big circle that we can go with.
I'm so glad
Let's
you came
go,
on.
Blaine. I'll pick you up next weekend.
Yeah, he should go with you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like 15 minutes from
He
him,
can make that place rock. Get
Yeah,
him
you
to.
think so, buddy?
15
I
minutes.
have
I'll
never
come
put
pick
it
you up.
this way. I have never laughed so hard in investigation in my life as I did the day I investigated with him at Poly Jail.
Oh my goodness.
He
And we've
had
been
that.
staying for almost a year that I was
Yeah.
going to take him over there with us. So yeah, next weekend, get your stuff ready. I'll come by and pick you up. We'll go down. I'm going to stay until like 2 a.m. So, but yeah, we'll have Mid 10 and Gina Ghost Girl with us next weekend.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah, it is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So
Tickets are sold out, right?
everything's sold out all the way until June 1st. We're sold out with everything. All of our battlefields, everything sold out.
That's so good.
I know, it's exciting.
Congratulations. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. But
Brandon
yeah.
helped me do a couple months ago in January and February. We did the Belmont Inn in Abbeville,
Oh,
and then
Yes.
we did the Gilded Bat in Newberry,
yep.
and what was the other one?
Killed it back. Well, we did that antique store, but that was
Oh
at the
yeah,
same
yeah, that
time
was
as the
fun.
Gilded
That was the
Bat.
Gilded Bat journey. It was so much fun, and we were way oversold. I don't know how that happened, but it was an open to the public thing, and we were expecting, maybe 35, 40, and we had 74 show up.
Oh wow.
Well, probably 120.
Thanks, Carol.
That's true.
And then like 70 something stayed for the investigation. It was so bad, like it set my PTSD off.
See, and that's why I have been
You had to go outside a
I
couple
know
times.
because
Yeah,
I get it.
but
Get it.
it's okay because everybody was super cool. It gave me a chance to go smoke a cigarette, and some people wanted some pictures with me and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool, I can handle
Of
that. Yeah.
course.
So,
Yeah.
And the gilded bat, he was off the chain.
oh,
Wow.
It was
yeah,
awesome.
I
it
think
was,
is that the one you were telling me when I talked to you last month, after my encounter?
oh, yes, I
Both of
think
you know
so.
which encounter I'm talking about. But yeah, that
JC.
encounter.
Bless him.
Hey, let's
Bless
put a
him.
human skull in my backpack
Hey,
You
and
know,
walk around.
I'm not going to say anything.
no,
I
we ain't
say,
gonna go there. We're not gonna
no,
go there
I
tonight.
think I
We'll do
said
that on
enough.
another episode.
Well,
Yes,
I did it in my monologue like 2 weeks ago. So I think,
Oh, I must have missed that one. Was I on the road?
oh, that was, yeah, I was when I was cussing so bad. It was great.
Oh.
I really wanted things to go well for him. And he
And they
just said
still
it.
might,
I,
he's got
No,
I
to choose
hope
his
he gets
path,
on the
and
right journey and things happen. But
that's
as
it.
it was,
He's got to choose that path, and
mm,
that's all we can do is wish him well.
the mommy and
that's
me
all
just
y'all can
wanted
do
to
is
whip
wish him
his
well.
behind. I want to spank his booty. He was being so bad. It's like, what's wrong with you?
Well,
Shut
I
up
mean,
and sit
I
down,
think,
you know?
I mean, between Brandon and I think we took care of it. So,
Yes, ma'am, you did.
What did I do?
but it was
I
good. It
I'm
was one
so
of the best
non-confrontational.
events that we've been a part of. So
That
even
was
with
it
all
was
of that said, we had such an amazing time. We
Oh, I
truly
had a
did.
blast. I
It
so
was
love it. And I can't wait
definitely
for this year. We
yeah.
saw a rattlesnake and it started crossing the road before we
Yes.
got to it. And it went all the way across and the
It was
end was still
huge.
coming. I've never seen such a thing. I was like,
We
oh my
actually
God.
went on 7 investigations straight, starting 2022. And every investigation we went on, we saw a snake. And it was either crossing our path or was in a video. We didn't even see it. And I was like, this is strange.
Right?
But every one for 7 investigations straight, we had a snake in either a video that we were snapping in a cemetery or something. We had snakes.
That's
Well,
so cool.
snakes do represent transformation, so it's not a bad thing.
And
So,
medicine. And medicine comes,
Yeah.
spiritually as well as physically. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
well,
So
I have seen snakes that big. We've had snakes that big in my dad's reptile institute, but not a rattlesnake in the wild. I thought that was
No,
really
it was
crazy.
huge.
wow.
It was beautiful. It was so healthy. Big rattle. Yeah.
Mm.
And it was a trip. And then we saw another one right after.
Yeah, and then like I went in the wrong bathroom and her husband was in there and I seen another big old snake. Hey.
Oh, Matt.
Yes, you see why I call it the naked cabin.
The snake cabin. Oh,
But yeah,
Lord.
we'll have to get you guys down to the Kirby Quinton over in Jasper, Georgia. Haunting Angels, that's the one that we
I'll be
were
right
at
back.
in February.
Oh, cool.
There was I won't get into too much detail, but the spirit that was there absolutely loved me. And I'll talk to you about it later, Lee. But
Oh, that's so
it
sweet.
was like she was protecting me from everything and everyone. She even clearly said my full name 5 or 6 times. So it was quite interesting, and yeah, we'll chat about that. But it was a great small little 1-bedroom cabin, and it's right next to the Jasper jail there in
Oh, wow.
in Georgia. But I mean, I was drawn to the cabin. I stayed in the cabin. I think I went into the jail once. The rest of the time I stayed in the cabin. So
That's cool.
yeah.
I love investigating in cabins. I don't know. It always feels so
And
nostalgic.
I would like to have you there just to see the reaction, in Haunting Angels, this is of course before I started trying to embrace my grays. My hair was dark, solid like it was last year, completely dark. And they said, maybe they were reacting to you the same due to your heritage and your ancestry. So I would like, to bring you guys into this cabin, see
Oh,
if,
I'd love it. I'd love to see
how
what
it
happens.
connects with the 3 of us and see how it goes. That would be fun.
I would love that. I'm trying to get a group together and go to the Hearn Inn at Cave
Mhm.
Spring, Georgia. Oh my gosh, and do the cave.
Oh yes.
It's
I can't really
beautiful.
do caves.
Yeah.
Can't do caves. But
Well,
I'll
it's
stand on the outside. I'll stand on the outside. I'm like,
Yeah,
everything's
it's really
clear out here.
big. You don't have to duck down, and it's well lit, so you could. Yeah.
Yeah.
I, yeah,
Hey, Greg.
you should.
Who it is?
Speaking of the cabin, look at this video.
This is the cabin.
This
Yeah.
is, yeah. How cool is that?
You like that flashlight, don't ya?
Don't ya?
Hanging out in that area.
I don't know where the footsteps.
All right. If y'all want to see more, follow the Ghost Hunting Housewives.
That's because I lived in Maryland for a while, so I say "don't ya" a lot.
I saw that.
Don't
Yeah,
ya? Don't ya?
don't ya?
Hey, Greg. Well, since my children have just come through and my mom got choked on banana and there's a lot of things going, Crystal, can you take over?
I sure can, darling.
You don't
Give my mom a
mind?
big hug from me and tell her I love her so much.
Okay, she's coming with me and she's doing readings.
Okay. Oh, good.
So,
I
yeah, you
can't
should
wait.
get her to do.
She's
She
the
does the
best.
phone reading.
I love
She's
her.
old-fashioned. She does it the old
Love
way.
her to death.
All
Love
right.
her, love her.
Mwah. Bye,
Mwah.
everybody. Bye, Sorry.
Yeah.
Bye, Brandon. Bye.
Bye. We'll see
Bye,
you.
Crystal. See y'all soon.
Bye, darling.
And then there were two.
And then there were two. I know that more people want to get on here and chat with us.
You got this is open again. This is viewer appreciation.
Y'all come on.
Like
The link's everywhere.
The link's out there. I even sent it to Haunting Angels.
I don't know. I know Yvette. She goes out to the Haunting Angels headquarters. So I don't know if she's set up or not out there, because that's usually where they go. So,
but yeah, so all you got to do is click on that link and you can come on. But since while we have Crystal here, let's talk some more. So let's promote your events, even though they're sold out.
Well, they're sold out, but we still have some more. We're going to be opening the calendar back up for some more. So we have Polygel this coming up weekend in Union Springs, Alabama. And then we have the following weekend, we will be at Fort Blakely Battlefield in Spanish Fort, Alabama. And it is a sold out event. We have over 50 people attending and media. So it's going to be amazing. And then we have MAPS Mobile Paranormal Society will be there helping us out on the 19th. So big shout out to them. Josh is great. And then I will be in Denver, Colorado. I'm going to Denver again. I'll be staying at the Oxford Hotel. So that's going to be fun. I'll be there the first week in May, and then we'll be back at Fort Blakely, and we'll be doing the Ghost Town investigation on May 25th. And
yes, Greg, GHH is Ghost Hunting Housewives.
Yes.
You should have them on your show, Greg.
That would be fun, Greg.
Everybody needs to have the Ghost Hunting Housewives on their show.
We're a lot of fun. We're so much fun. We don't have filters.
No.
We tell
That's why I like them.
We tell it like it is. Yeah. But yeah, we and then we'll be with Santiago in July at Scared City Presents Hiya. Horror Show 2 in Paragould, Arkansas. So we'll be there for a week supporting the Hiya Nation. So, and then we're going to try to get up in the Carolinas. We've been invited to come up to New Jersey. So we'll see how that goes.
Carolinas.
I know. We got to go through the Carolinas to get to New Jersey, though.
I mean, do you?
Yeah, because I don't fly. I drive because I want to stop at every historic location along the way.
I do too, and I don't want like the door to fly. Like if my door flies off on my car, I'm okay.
That's
but
it.
If I get on an airplane and the damn door flew off, y'all.
See,
the door.
That's some shit that would happen to me.
I don't want that.
Nope. Oh. I'm good in my car, and I will drive my Rammer Jammer too, all the way up to Jersey. But yeah,
and we can't leave out the Haunting Angels.
Oh no, we definitely can't keep Yvette and Sierra. Everyone, go give Haunting Angels a follow. We love these girls. We can't wait to investigate with them again. They're wonderful. And again, it's supporting women of the paranormal. They are a 2-person team like Carol and I, and they work hard. So
she works hard for the money. So hard for
sometimes the money is missing because we give it all to something else.
Right.
But yeah, I think my Brandon actually took my credit cards at the last event. And he's like, "You're not taking these two anymore, Paracons."
Yeah, I can't. Am I going to be at Pennhurst? I will not be at Pennhurst, but I'll be at Gettysburg. I am not famous enough to go to Pennhurst, man. That's all them TV people. I don't do Pennhurst.
Yeah,
but I will be at Gettysburg Bash chilling.
That sounds like fun.
And then I guess I can go ahead and say it now, but next year I have been invited to be a lecturer at Gettysburg Bash.
Oh,
right. So, I mean, maybe one day I'll make it to Pennhurst, but
we're gonna be at the old Rock Island Roadhouse, not YMCA, October 5th. We got a lot of people going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're looking for a historic location, but Airbnb has not helped yet. So.
Well, Kim Brady says, Crystal, stop in Easley and see all of us, and we'll take you to Good Karma and get some great ice cream.
Oh yes, definitely. I love ice cream.
I don't know if you've seen the picture of me, Jeremy Leonard, and Aaron G. and Rex Nielsen all eating ice cream, but that's where I take everybody.
We're gonna go. And Jeremy, I saw Jeremy a few weeks ago in Louisiana. He sprayed me with some like essential oils, STFU spray, because Crystal's loud from the South.
That's okay.
And Trader's like, you talk really loud. Yes, I do.
Yes, I do, Dave. And you should have been like, and Dave, you fall down a lot on TV. So, oh, by the way, let's all wish Greg Koss a happy birthday.
I did earlier, but I will say it again. Happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday. And speaking of happy birthday and the happy birthday song, if you guys want to go down a rabbit hole, look up where the happy birthday song came from and what kind of actual magic it's doing to people.
Really?
It's supposedly an actual like evil. Anyway, just go down that rabbit hole. Pretty funny.
That's what I tend to do on Sundays. Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah, well, they will be
something to research this week.
I mean, it's pretty cool. Send me the link to say hi. Oh, you gonna come on? Okay, Thomas, hold on.
Come on.
Tomas.
Bye, Linda. You have a good night, dear.
Linda Judd, are you leaving? I can't see. I'm not on my screen.
Yeah, she is. She's got to go make some soup.
Well, you make some soup, and thank you for tuning in, Linda Judd. We got. I'm trying to catch up on this. Send me the link. We went to It's Yummy. Yeah, so I took Tracy and her husband. We went to Good Karma.
Yeah, I went to find my shirt, but I couldn't find it. I think Brandon still has it. My shirt that Tracy made for Brandon.
What, the dolls out, balls out?
Balls out.
You can say that on here. You can, yeah. Yeah, it's that's why I'm 21, please.
I am terrified of dolls. So for me, it's not some I can't do dolls. I mean, just ask Haunting Angels. I will scream like a little girl over it. Well,
there's if you go to my YouTube, the Shaman Sundays YouTube, and you scroll all the way back to where I do a live from Trans-Allegheny, that's where Dolls Out, Balls Out comes from.
I think you told me the story.
Yeah, because James comes up with this creepy doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, the dolls are out, the balls are out.
Yep, I remember now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. We're gonna get up there. Gonna Crystal. Send me. Oh yeah. you got my number. you can get on here too, Yvette.
Well, she said that she was in bed already. I
Oh,
think.
she's still good. I mean, how many times have I jumped on a live and I just cover up and just?
I'm not wearing pants.
I never do.
Who needs pants?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Half the time, I think it was who was it? It was our buddy Eric Freeman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, the man, the myth, the legend, Tomas.
What's happening?
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How you doing, buddy? I'm ready to give you a big hug when we get up to Wilson Castle.
Man, I can't wait, man. I'm an equal opportunity hugger. I love hugs.
Yeah. I'll lift my leg too at the same time.
I think as well you should. Have you seen me? I would hump me.
Heck yeah, man.
I may have to come out in like a lady's robe and a bucket of lotion and dance to that song.
That sounds like a complete Norman Bates situation.
I don't know. That's like, I don't know if you're like Silence of the Lambs putting the lotion in the basket, you know?
That's kind of where I was going with that.
There you go. Got that little serial killer thing going on there.
Right. I mean, everybody needs a little serial killer. So, Thomas, tell everybody just a little bit about yourself if everybody lives under a rock and doesn't know who you are.
Oh, yeah. So, I am referred to as the Archangel of the Paranormal. I've been involved in the paranormal for next year will be 40 years.
Nice.
I hate to date myself, but I started in the early 80s with the Warrens and built my own business from there, just helping people with home investigations. I've kind of retired from that. I do still help other investigators that have big issues, but usually back in the day, it was more of I looked at things differently. I like to help the living and the dead heal from their traumas and help them move along if they make that choice. And then even the living, when they have trauma, they manifest some of their own issues. So to help them with that also. And
right.
That's kind of what I do. And that's what I've been known for quite a few years. And I still do help quite a few people. And I'm in the education mode now, where I work with my friend Charles Rosenay as the shaman. I'm the shaman, he's the showman. Yep. And we do a lot of events, paranormal conventions up here in the Northeast. We do the Connecticut Paracon, we do the Salem Paracon, we do a lot of psychic fairs. We have a big one this year. Up in Connecticut, a lot of people don't know, is the Salem had their witch trials, but Connecticut 45 years earlier were the first to have witch trials. And it was last year that these witches were exonerated. And to celebrate, we are doing a festival in August to honor those people that have passed for just that crazy situation. And that should be a big event also.
That wasn't the one-day witch trial where 71 people were murdered, was it?
No, it went over a 20-year period. The first witch that was convicted, of course, it wasn't a real conviction, but it was Alice Young out of Windsor, Connecticut. And she was put to death. She was hung, and it was in a field in Hartford where the old State House is now. And the old State House is very haunted, but because of that energy and what happened there, all the witches that were hung in that square. And it went over years. And the weird thing about Alice Young was 20 years after she was convicted, her daughter with the same name was accused up in Springfield, Massachusetts of being a witch, but she got off. So it's amazing that, two people in the same family, almost met the same demise.
So now that I've mentioned that one-day trial, I'm sorry, that was in Sweden, guys. Yep. I jumped down the rabbit hole with witch trials, and I get my stuff mixed up. But
it's
it was
funny
in
that
Sweden.
You say rabbit hole. That is my my thing. I am still known as the gatekeeper of the rabbit hole.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
but
so everything's down the rabbit hole.
Right? Yeah, it sure is. So, what other events do you guys do? Y'all do any international stuff or?
I get a lot of calls from people to do international stuff and all that, and I'd love to do it, but Charles is big with it. Charles, for the last 25 years, has been doing the Drac tours.
Yep.
Where he organizes where people go over to Transylvania and Romania, and he takes them on the same trail as Bram Stoker's Dracula book, and also Vlad Tepes, Vlad the Impaler, and on his history. So they visit the castle, they get to stay there. So it's a week-long thing. So he's been doing that for 25 years. And of course, he's been doing the Beatle tours for 40 years. So we've been together for about a year now.
Yep.
I've taken over for his former shaman. I've become his new shaman doing all these tours. And, our next big event is Connecticut Paracon 4. We got lined up some pretty impressive guests so far. Can't announce it yet, so we like to keep it secret. We always like to keep that energy going and get people excited about it.
And it's funny because I interviewed your partner maybe like a year and a half ago.
Yep.
And that's kind of why I wanted to lean towards that Vlad stuff. But yeah, I'd love to see the two of y'all together because he's just amazing and he fits showman, like 100% fits that title. But,
and it's funny, I'm his shaman, and it really came into key last night. We had our 2 nights over in Connecticut in East Haven at the Trolley Museum that's up there. And there's a lot of history behind the Trolley Museum. And so we had an event there, and we had patrons come and all that. We have a dinner, and we had the dinner at a restaurant nearby called the Transylvania Restaurant, which is a monster theme where Charles does every second Thursday of the month. He does a monster trivia night there. So if you're up in this area, that's like a lot of fun. But the weird thing was the first night Charles was with me for half the night, but he's a DJ. So he had to go DJ an event because the guy that usually fills in for him with his business was in the hospital. So the first night he was only there half. The second night he wasn't there at all, so I had to run the whole shebang. And I think sometimes with me being an empath, but sometimes I'm able to tune in and really, become that psychic medium, which everybody has if you practice. But for me, it's like in and out. It's not consistent.
Right.
And we were on one of the trolleys, and the history behind this trolley was it ran from the early 20s to the 50s. And, I had a lot of the equipment going with the patrons there, and we were trying to ask questions, and they all got to hold some of the equipment and all that as they learned and as I taught. But it came to the point where I got in the spirit because there was a spirit reaching out, and his name was Billy. Okay. So this trolley was a trolley that they put in the museum from New Orleans. So it was in New Orleans in the 9th District or anything like that. And the spirit, the first night came to me, but then the second night, I think it got more comfortable with me and decided to reach out through the instrumentation. But then I felt, in spirit, and I kept seeing pictures in my head completing the thought that was coming through the equipment. And I came to the conclusion that, he wanted to go to college. He was very desperate to go to college. He wanted to learn. He was one of those types of people. But he was alive during the 40s, and he was sent off to World War II. He passed away and never got to go to college. And I think that trauma of that and not completing what he wanted to do, I think kept him here. And as we continued to converse, one of the patrons had the EMF detector, and it was really going off really high, like, 23, 24. It was going like way up in the area. And the guy that runs the trolley felt like so much energy he was about to fall over. But as I tried to communicate during all this chaos going on, and he, Billy wanted to go to college and he died. And I said to him, listen, you died for our country, and all of us collectively here right now want to let you know that you earned your degree. As soon as I said that, the millimeter stopped, went to zeros, and the energy just shifted. Like, I think he made the decision to say, see you later. So it was pretty intense. And for the people to witness that, which doesn't usually happen on these types of events, because there's always so many people around, and it's just not that intimate type of thing where things would be more comfortable. But I went home that night and I got very emotional about it because
I don't know what just happened.
so that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen often, and it was huge. So and I think that was like a big moment, and people get to witness it. And one of the women there has been involved in the paranormal for as long as I have, and she said that's the first time she's been around where she actually felt somebody made the decision to move along. So which is crazy. But that wasn't the end of it. Later on,
Right.
SLS footage of I put up on my website or on my Facebook and all that. One of the gentlemen was standing there. You could see him with the green stick figure mapping him out. But on top of his shoulders was another stick figure. Looked like it was rubbing his head, and he could feel his hair moving. You
Yeah.
could feel the weight on his shoulder. He's telling me this. So yeah, that was it. It was a pretty active place, and those are the types of events that Charles and I do, and it's always great. Something always happens. It's always the energy of the people, especially when we sit there and we eat dinner with them first and break bread, and we really get that energy going. So
Right.
that's what it's all about. So that's why we have times doing this stuff. Like I know you guys do this stuff. That's people that aren't really doing this on a daily basis and get to experience it. It's pretty amazing thing. So
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what keeps me in the paranormal realm is because I enjoy watching new people when they get it, when it clicks.
yeah,
And I've seen thanks to Litriana, uh she, I go out and she teaches paranormal classes, so I get to watch her students and I kind of help teach, and then I get to watch them when like their flashlight finally goes off for the first time and they're like, I just bought this, I don't know, and that excitement, that
oh, yeah,
I love it.
yeah. That is exactly why I still do this after all these years, and all these
Oh
people
no.
I've met over the years, like people like knowing you, Brandon, and meeting you here online. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yeah.
Just get to spend time and talk about weird stuff. That's what it's all about. It's community and all that. No matter what
Yeah.
anybody says, how they feel about each other and all that, we all have to come together and support each other. And that way we're able to help other people that want to get into this and just keep the stream going and
Right.
keep the research going. And so people could hopefully one of these days, I know I'll be long gone by the time it'll happen, figure out what's really going on the other side.
Right. And that's another thing. That's another reason why I like it. Nobody's going to know 100% until we're dead.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, like people like us who are used to the equipment, I wonder if we'll like just go right at it and mess with the future of ghost hunting
Oh
from the
yeah.
other side. I would.
Oh, when I pass away, I'm gonna mess with everybody.
Oh, like, yeah, I would be like, yeah, don't take a shower if I haunt your house. You'll never take a. I'd be
Yeah,
that one.
I'm gonna take their towel away and all that stuff.
That's what I would do. Yeah, just little things.
Yep.
Oh,
You'll
I
never
love
see. There'll be signs.
it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So tell everybody where they can find you on the socials.
Well, on Facebook, it's Thomas Patrick Gormley, as you could read there. And then underneath, as you can see, it says the Archangel of the Paranormal. That's me on TikTok and on TikTok and Instagram.
Got it.
And also, there's I've been on a lot of podcasts like we're talking right now, and a lot of those are uploaded on the YouTube. I'll be appearing on Paraflix and Amazon Prime on a TV show called Dark Echoes. So I have an
Yep.
episode coming out, and I'll be filming some other ones in the future here coming up. And
Nice.
so it's pretty amazing. I'm so grateful for doing this and being able to help people and help them learn and just appear on these things and get to be at a lot of these, like the Wilson Castle, be able to be with you and just people get to experience it. It isn't like everything on TV. There's people like ourselves that just want to teach people and how to do this and just keep our
Yep.
generations going. and learning the right way on what actually is going on out there.
Yeah, and I've decided I still focus on teaching paranormal investigation and how to use ITC and stuff, but I'm starting to change my lectures to more of healing the people that come to my
Yeah.
lectures, because you can't. If what I have a sign in here, it says, "If you don't heal what hurt you, you'll bleed on those who didn't cut you."
Yeah. Well, you're
So
exactly right. So when I do a lecture and all that, it's exactly how you want to do it, because I feel like when people come to hear you speak, they want answers. A lot of them come because they think, well, this guy knows about what's possibly going on. I
right,
want to know my son passed away, what happened to him, and all that. And I do have these conversations with people when I do the question and answer, and they ask me, "What do you think?" And you know, unfortunately, Charles laughs at me when we do these lectures. He gives me a hard time because he says, "Geez, every time you talk to these people, they're all crying." And I'm like, "Well, I'm healing them. They're happy." And he's like, "Well, man, you can't have our people that pay to come see these things crying all the time." I
why
said,
not?
"Well, that's what it's all about. They're healing, those
Yep.
are healing tears. You got to be able to do that when they have those questions. You have to do your due diligence with the knowledge that you have to be able to help people and answer those questions."
Yeah, I agree 100%, and
Mhm.
I'm sure the same thing happens to you when you're out. That happens to me. That random people will come up to you and tell you their life story,
Yep.
and I always make a point to listen. I don't care if they're drunk, if after a
Mhm.
concert, you know, it even if it inconveniences me, you may, if you take that little time just to talk to somebody, 5 minutes, you may save their life. You don't
Yeah.
know. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm starting to move my lectures towards, and I'm writing a book right now. So of
Right.
course, you know
I'll
how
buy
that
it.
goes.
I'll
Man,
definitely buy it.
you won't have to buy it. I'll give you a
Well,
copy.
I'll buy it.
Everybody
I'll
else,
support you. I don't
well,
want to take anything free from you. Just because you're a friend of mine doesn't mean I get everything for free. So we've got
see, I
to
like
support
that.
each other. Yeah.
Not, yep, 100%. Greg here asks, where are you from?
I am actually from Connecticut. I'm in the New England area. I'm in a town called Berlin, which is actually the direct center of Connecticut. So it is a very haunted state. I always joke at everybody, say it's the most haunted state in the country. So it's one of the oldest. But if it wasn't considered the most haunted state, then why did the Warrens live here? And why is John Zappa still here? And
Right.
Gary Galka, who invented pretty much all the equipment that we use,
Yep.
lives here. So there's tons of history behind it. Like I talked about earlier, the original Connecticut witch trials. Um, there's a lot of history with war coming through here, Washington coming through here, Ben Franklin coming through here. There's a lot of history,
Yep.
especially in the town that I live in. I live in an historic district where the Yankee peddlers started here in this town that I live in, and there's just tons of history. I'm a big history buff. If you've ever watched me on um, TikTok or Facebook or anything like that, I do 3 things a week. On Tuesday, one of my expertise is serial killer, so I do Tuesday morning serial. On
Nice.
Wednesdays, I do a word or phrase origin and where some of these words come from or phrases come from. And then on Thursdays, I do weird spooky facts from Connecticut, so more of the historical and haunted sides of Connecticut, so people could learn about it.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah,
And I like that word or phrase. I do that. I don't do it, online or anything, but
you should.
like my favorite one is shit, right? It's an acronym. It was, and I'm sure but for the viewers that don't know, back in the day when they would ship manure, they'd have to ship it in the ship's hull.
Yeah,
Well, the methane gas would build up, and you get your sailor light up a cigarette, and boom. So they had to move it to the top deck, and they had to ship high in transit.
yeah.
So That's where the word shit comes from.
Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I focus on the cuss words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. What did I do? I did one earlier this week. What was it? Clue. The word clue. You know where that comes from?
No, don't.
So it's an old Greek mythology. Theseus went into the labyrinth to kill the Minotaur. And to
Okay,
be able
yeah.
to find his way out, back then, it was a ball of string that was called a clue. CLEW. So he
Okay.
unwound the string so he could find his way back out. Hence, we follow a string of clues to solve the mystery, and that's where clue comes from.
I love that.
Yep.
That's awesome. Another good one is the red light district.
Yep.
That comes from the railroad.
Yeah.
Back in the day when they had a little stopover, they would take their lanterns and it had a red light, and they would hang it out in front of the brothel so that way the engineers would know where they were. And there was a bunch of these red lights all in a row, thus the red light district. And let's welcome for the last bit of the show, Greg Koss, the Mariner Spirits.
There he is. What's up, Greg?
Hello, Greg. Hello, Greg.
How you guys doing?
How are you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Hey, how you doing? All right. Happy birthday!
Thank you very much.
Birthday?
Yes.
Heck yeah, happy birthday, bud.
Well, what are you, like 98?
21 today.
Oh, 21. 21.
That's what everybody keeps on telling me. I'm 21. So
Yeah, well, you don't look it. You don't look a day over 80.
80. God.
Yeah.
You look like a solid 45.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Carol Garcia.
Oh, hey.
Hello, Carol.
Hello.
Oh no, you're muted somehow.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. There we go.
It's not muted anymore.
Hello. Happy birthday, Greg.
Thank you, Carol.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi,
Thomas.
Carol.
That's awesome.
Hello, how Carol? How are you doing?
Good. Nice to meet you.
This makes me smile with a screen full of people for the viewer appreciation party. I'm so happy. I mean, we've got steady 15 people watching. Thank you guys for supporting Shaman Sundays. I if it wasn't for the viewers, I would just be staring at my computer.
Happens. Well, I had to be here with you, buddy, because it's Shaman Sunday, and I am the shaman of the shaman and the showman. So LLC.
Yes, sir.
So I had to be here with you, my friend.
Oh, that's awesome that you're a shaman too. That's two shamans.
I would always
in one
be
room.
watching you, Brandon.
Thank you, Carol.
You know.
Yes, always got to be the healer. We got to be the healers of the community.
You got to have the healers, otherwise you're in trouble.
So far on this show, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 shamans either on screen or in the chats. So thank you to my fellow shamans for coming out. That's awesome.
It's Shaman Sunday, so we all have to be here for you in spirit, calling all 4 winds, and all the directions and stuff. So we got to do that.
It's true. I guess Kim Brady here's right. If I didn't have a show, I would be on their couch.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do. Hey, Kimmy Corpse, welcome.
Hey, Kimmy.
Oh,
Hi, Kimmy.
So
I don't know if you paid.
We're just chit chatting. What are we doing?
I don't know if you paid any attention to that comment that was made before about you guys were talking about what you would do when you came back. And I went ahead and made a little comment in there about give them a tug.
Yes. Make that 5 shamans. I'm sorry. I didn't know Blaine was still watching. So make that 5.
Hi, Blaine.
So
Cinco.
Cool. Yeah.
A few more weeks, we'll have Cinco de Mayo, right? So.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
I don't know if we make it past tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I think we'll be okay.
We're gonna be great, but
we'll be we'll be in the dark for a little while, but then we'll get out of it. So everybody's got to realize is that with darkness, we've all come out of darkness. When we're in the womb, we don't see any light, and then we come out of the darkness into the light for life. So you got to go through the darkness before you could get to the light. So that's just what it is. You learn from it.
That's really amazing about the eagle, Brandon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is amazing.
I never knew that.
Yep.
That was really something.
I don't know why I've never mentioned it before. It felt right. But yeah, like, bald eagles and eagles in general, they go through it. Like, and they got to make that decision at 40. Am I going to go through this process or am I just going to die?
That's like a total rebirth.
Yep. So.
Wow, that must be.
That's pretty awesome.
Very painful too.
Hello, Donna. Welcome. Everybody's showing up.
Us humans, we get after 40, we go through that midlife crisis. Yep. And geez, what do? We don't lose our beak or our talons. We buy a car we can't afford.
Exactly.
That's true. Some people
we're weak. We're no eagles.
Definitely not. I'm not. No.
Buy another bass boat.
Well, the closest I'm going to come to pulling my talons out is maybe I'll get a pedicure.
There you go.
Pedicure.
Yeah. Yes, I get pedicures, Greg.
Why not?
Listen, you take care of your feet. Your feet take care of you. Just because I was in the Marine Corps doesn't mean I don't know how to take care of my feet.
Well, Brandon, I figured that was the case.
How come I feel like they'd have to take one of those industrial sanders out to do that for you?
Well, it's a big grinder.
I didn't say that I didn't have to pay extra.
Not if he does it often.
Yeah.
Well, I don't do it very often, and I don't wear shoes very often, so my feet are poor. I feel bad for the ladies, but they bring out the old cheese grater and give it the old college try.
There you go.
I remember some GIs that used to get that done in Saigon.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah.
Funny. Wow.
Yeah.
I have to actually hold my foot so I don't kick her because there's nothing there to shred.
Oh boy.
Kimmy, you're being bad, Kimmy. Don't make me go get Brian. Oh. So you know what? We're gonna go for about 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
I was only gonna do an hour, but we're having so much fun that I'll cut it at an hour and a half. So we got about right at exactly 5 more minutes left.
It's a pleasure to meet you, though, Thomas. That's for sure.
Pleasure meeting you too, Greg. I'm very happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
Also,
you too there too, Carol. So
nice meeting you too.
Yeah, and I'm very excited because Brandon and I are going to be hanging out in a few months over up in Vermont. So that should be a good time.
Yeah, you're really close to me. I'm in Jersey.
You're in Jersey? Oh, nice. So you should, if you have the time, Connecticut Paracon is July 20th and 21st. It's in Stratford, Connecticut. So it's the whole weekend. If you want to come up and say hi, myself and my partner Charles, we run it. It's the Shaman and the Showman LLC. And we run a lot of events, and especially people in that area, that New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, New England area. So it's always a huge event. We usually get quite a few people, and we're going to have some pretty big names this year. So it's going to be exciting. So.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Oh.
And also come out to Wilson Castle.
Exactly.
Hang out with us.
That's going to be
I'm going to the Penhurst Paracon in May.
Oh yeah, that's going to have a lot of cool people too. So
yeah,
a lot of the old friends and all that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People I haven't seen in a while.
Well, one of these days I'll make it out to Old Penhurst, but
I don't know what's going on. There's only 3 buildings and a tunnel left.
Well, I'll be there for the tunnel.
Being torn down.
That's crazy.
Well, then I guess I won't be going.
I hope they keep the rest of it standing. I hope they keep those buildings there.
Well, that's the sad thing about it, is because a lot of these events, I do a lot of fundraisers to try and save a lot of these places up in this area. And that just saddens me because it's some of these spots are so historic, and
Right.
for them to go into ruin like that, and not be able to have people like us be able to have these events and all that in safety is it's sad.
They're building houses.
Yeah, and the spirits that are still there, where are they going to go? I know they're going to remain there, but it's just a confusing time sometimes for
I wouldn't want to be in those houses.
No, heck no.
No.
Yeah.
And the families that are purchasing them might not even know what's there.
Well, that's the thing is, I tell you, doing this for so long, I was like, I won't buy a house unless I've done the whole history of the place.
Right.
But the house I live in now, it's not haunted, of course. But then again, being who I am, I'm a beacon. So there's energy everywhere. It does like to come out and talk. And I still have my family members and ancestors like to say hi once in a while. So I'm open to that. And I know it's nothing negative. So it's just what you deal with on a daily basis.
Yes. But,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Where are we talking about? Pinehurst.
Penhurst.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you one place that needs a ton of Paracons, and maybe we can shift our focus, is Trans-Allegheny.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of room out there for fenders, and I talked to John, the owner, and he's game. We just gotta put it together. But
yeah, Well, it's funny because Larissa, she really brings a lot of people together, and with the Haunted Mafia, it's about bringing people like myself, that what I do, what she does, and people across the country that do these events. We just have to get together and put all our resources together to be able to have something like really big like that.
Oh yeah,
people to come enjoy and learn more about the paranormal that they don't see on TV. So,
right, and and Larissa. Speaking of Larissa, she is an amazing lady. Oh, so definitely come out and support Larissa and everybody at the Wilson Castle. What is it? Psychic Fair and Castle Con.
Yes, the Castle Con. So Larissa and I talked the other day, and we talked about it, and she reached out to me, and I just wanted to give her a little bit of information, and just just promoting it and helping her out. And it's a community thing. We should never not tell anybody we don't want to help you, no matter, even if you're a rival company. We got to help each other, and we got to stop getting in the way. And I talked about this the other night on my friend Adam's podcast. If you're a rival with somebody else and you're doing something, with these events, in the other place, they have their friends. It's almost like, you got your Republicans, Democrats, your in-betweens and all that. Right. So if all these Republicans say, I'm not going to go to that Democratic event and all that, all you're doing is you're not punishing the person that's running it. You're taking away from those 50 to 80 vendors there and their businesses and all that. Just because you don't like one person, you could go to an event and avoid them. You don't have to see them. Take care of the other people there that deserve to have you there and learn about what they do, especially in this community and all that. So that's why I always hope this type of stuff stops, because I don't hate anybody. I love everybody in the paranormal, and I just want everybody, to get along. I know it's tough, but life's short.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone to Paracons where I knew that there would be people that I don't necessarily get along with, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to go.
Yeah, I support everybody. It doesn't matter. You have to think about the people that are coming. Stop thinking about yourself. You run these events for people to enjoy. It's not about you. It's not about who doesn't like you and all that other stuff. It's about bringing the vendors in, giving them the opportunity to show their product, or for somebody to listen to somebody talk about the paranormal and learn from it, So, but that's what it is. And I hope things change a little bit. This last year has been a little crazy. And, if I really like somebody and I want them at my event, they're going to be there. I'm not going to worry about how other people feel about them. If people reach out to me and I like them, I'm going to have them at my event. So that's the way it is.
When you were talking about Trans-Allegheny, that was interesting because, that our Ernie and Denise Peck were part of that. How could you say, the people that went ahead and saved it from the Historical Society when it looked like it was going to go to them and they were going to just change it all around.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was all part of what's going on right now.
They saved it?
Well, they saved it from it going to the Historical Society because they didn't really know anything really about it, or the plans that the Historical Society had for the building, which it didn't sound like, Brandon would know, I think it didn't. Ernie and
James
Denise
Brady
say
said that Ernie helped save Waverly Hills.
Yeah. Weren't they part of that movement that saved them from going to the Historical Society, Brandon?
Yes.
And now, where is that now today to what you're talking about?
Now, Trans-Allegheny is the one that's in West, by God, Virginia. You have to say West.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm at the wrong one.
Yeah, Waverly's a different place.
Waverly.
Yeah.
I apologize.
That's your birthday. You can do what you want.
Do I have to put my pants back on now?
No, I'm not wearing pants.
Okay.
I can't remember, Greg. Are you old enough to have some spirits tonight? I thought you just said you just turned 21.
I don't drink.
Oh, good for you. So that's always a big thing.
I quit a long time ago.
Excellent. That's good to hear.
That's right.
This is someone else that's in the family too. So
yeah. Well, hopefully you have a big cake and blow out some candles.
Well, we did. We had. I don't need a whole bunch of cake.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun to see family, and
that's exactly what it's all about. Yeah.
I was on more voice calls tonight because part of my clan's out in Washington, so in the state. So they were all on, and they're going to call back tomorrow because it got a little chaotic. And Brandon's looking at me like he's trying to say, "Let's stop this show."
Oh no! When I'm ready to stop the show, I'll stop the damn show. It's my show.
You just pull the plug.
I just push a button and it's over.
That will be it.
Now,
bye.
Well, now I can't end the show without saying my phrase, and since Carol's on here, she can say hers because she always helps me close the show when she's around.
Remember to smile.
Remember to smile. And as I always say, wait, before I say that, let me get my buttons ready to push. All right, there we go.
Oh, push your buttons.
I love pushing buttons. It's not about surviving the storm, y'all, but it's how you dance in the rain that counts. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much to the viewers for tuning in. I didn't even know what we were going to do or how this show was going to go, but I think it went fabulous. So, with that being said, join me next Sunday where my guest will be Larissa Saurus Rex. And we're going to be talking about Wilson Castle, where you can come and hang out with me and Thomas. We'll give you hugs.
Yes.
We do hugs.
Yep.
And,
I'm a hugger.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yep.
And the hug has to last at least 20 seconds for it to have any type of benefit.
It is. That's true.
Scientifically proven.
Yes.
So let's, I see I've got some new, everybody saying goodnight. James, I do love to push the buttons. You know why I like to push buttons? Because it's my damn show and I can do this.